Good morning all and welcome to yet another glorious sunny spring, early summer, I should say late summer. I think we probably qualify as early summer now, but we're early May still, 9th of May today, and we're at Splash Lane, Castor now. This is a good early marsh orchid site. I only found it a couple of years ago. Special to me because it contains both the normal pink incarnata form of early marsh orchid, but also certainly rare around here. In fact, I've never seen it anywhere, the purple form of the incarnata early marsh orchid. Now last year I came about 2 weeks, I think it was, after this, thinking I was too early then, and when I got there they'd gone over some of them, so I thought this year, I made the note, go earlier. Even so, I'm due to go middle part of next week, but I thought it's a lovely Saturday morning, sun is shining, which it won't be doing in the next couple of days, so go and have a look. So we might find something today. We might find a load of plants in bud. I certainly don't expect to have gone over, but yeah, it might be a wee bit early, but I thought I'd come out and give it a chance, see what's happening. I was just thinking, if there are early marsh orchids in flower here at Splash Lane, it's going to open up a whole can of worms, because there's other early marsh orchid sites on my patch, whether it be Castor hanglands, whether it be Swaddywell Pit. I'm going to feel compelled to go and check them out there, and I don't really want to do that because it's not really part of my schedule yet, but that's the orchid season for you. You can plan all you like, but they'll flower when they want to flower. So yeah, let's see what Splash Lane's going to serve up. Scouring it for signs of purple. Not sure I see anything. I can see clover. I don't know, I think I can actually see some distinctive orchid-like shapes. Yeah, definitely. Put me mega zoom on. They are orchids. Doesn't help having the clover in here. It has a distinctly orchid purple colour, but I'm sure, in fact I know, there are early marsh orchids and they are looking good. There you go, start off with a distinctly classical pink incarnata form, or subspecies as it is, of the incarnata early marsh orchid. Dactylorhiza incarnata, subspecies incarnata. But that's the classic pink form that we get around here. But all around it is the Splash Lane purple. There you go. There are some darker sort of purple forms than this one, but it's the same, darker or not. It's Dactylorhiza incarnata in brackets, purple form, and I've never seen these anywhere. I was gobsmacked when I bumped into these in this field. Just never seen them anywhere on my travels. There's a darker one. I mean, they're straying into southern marsh orchid territory, but they're not southern marsh. They are purple version of early marsh. That's a dark one. To enjoy this video, you've got to enjoy early marsh orchids, because that's what we're going to be seeing. Pinks and blues and purples and whatever, but still great to see them. That's very pleasantly pink, as in, well, it is flesh coloured pink, but it's a bit more vibrant than flesh coloured pink. Incarnata means flesh coloured. That's a little bit more vibrant and flesh coloured to my eyes. That's nice. I'm pleased to report that numbers here are up on last year for sure. There are huge numbers here. This field, which has just appeared out of nowhere as far as the orchid world around here is concerned, it's just getting bigger and better seemingly every season. I was saying on social media last night, it's a shame that these early marsh orchids that come out with such a vibrant pink colouring at the top, which are the more freshly opened ones, but very quickly fade to what you see at the bottom here, which is a sort of off-white with a hint of pink. There are some sites where, I think the one over at Fulbourn Fen, is it, in Cambridge, they hold the colour. But for whatever reason, most sites they don't. They start with a vibrant pink at the top, and within days they fade, unfortunately. Got to catch them early. Lovely family group of 4. I know you can't see all 4, but I can't move too much because the sun is very low and it's casting a lot of shadows. So there's 4 here, 4 of the classic pink Incarnata Early Marsh. Just going to walk right down to the bottom end of the field. I mean, 98% of the Early Marsh orchids are behind me, and I haven't looked through them all yet by any means, but we're going to go down the bottom here. When I first found this field after a tip-off, it was, I came in the wrong end basically. I got it wrong, as is my expertise at doing, and I came in right down the bottom there, and I thought, I can't find any, and then I did find one, and I found 2, and I found about half a dozen. I thought, that's great, absolutely great. I had no idea there was a couple of hundred down the other end of the field until much later. But I'm going to go down there because there is always a few where the butterflies are. If you want to know where the early marsh are in this field, head for the yellow. The yellow gives the clue. Of course, having walked all the way down here, there's nothing to see. Maybe they've all upped and moved down the other end of the field. I've got to find one now, otherwise I feel stupid. Come on, let me have one. Not one. Not one. That's okay, because I always wandered down here the last 2 years because I think, well, I saw them here first, they must still be a few, and there always was half a dozen or so. I can't find any, so that's good. In future years I will not be wandering down here. I will stay with the pack, which is at the opposite end of the field. Perhaps they up sticks and moved house and join the mob, which is where I'm going to go back to now. There you go. We get trains here, which is not a steam train, but not a bad location. Orchids and vintage railway stock. Once again, it's where the yellow is. I mean, if you want to know where these early marsh orchids are, as I say, follow the yellow. Wherever the yellow is, I might as well be putting up banners saying early marsh orchids right here. And they are good bedfellows, it seems. Buttercups and early marsh orchids. It's interesting, you walk all around all quarters of this field looking for early marsh orchids, and there are none. There are none. The field is devoid of them except right at the top in the yellow, and they love it there. You think, well, why don't they spread? Maybe they are. There does seem to be more here than there was last year, but they're still in the same location, so it would be fantastic if they spread right across the field. But as I say, if you're not in the yellow, you ain't going to see nothing. Back in the yellow and back with the orchids. I must confess, I keep looking around thinking, is there any chance there'll be a white one? I've only ever seen a white incarnata form at full-born fen, where there used to be 4 or 5, probably still are. Be great to find one of those here. I don't think we will, and I won't be disappointed. It'll be the icing on what is a fantastic cake with or without them. I remember last year somebody contacted me and said, no, it's just pink. Yeah, it's just a dark pink colour. It's not the purple form at all. I mean, my eyes aren't that bad. That is purple, and that is the purple incarnata form. Absolutely 100% certain. Really good numbers this season, really good. I mean, they were good last year. I'd say they were up this season, which is always good to report. Yeah, good numbers. Beautiful classic incarnata early marsh. This is what most of the early marshes in this part of the world look like. Very fresh. Great to see this early in the year. And that's not holding back, that's pretty much fully open. Twins. There you go. Can't shoot anymore. Early Marsh Orchids. They are fantastic. And to see them this early in May, I mean, I get the impression most of the Early Marsh Orchids further south aren't even open yet. Why on earth do these open so early? And they're not just partly open. I mean, there's a few that are still on their way, but most of them are at their peak, like this beauty. And to have the purple form of the incarnata Early Marsh Orchid is just a real bonus. And they're fantastic to see. There's probably, I don't know, 70% are purple and the 30% are the flesh pink coloured. So that's a fantastic showing. Why here? I don't know. Why they flower here so early? I don't know. Why they only flower at the one end of the field here, I don't know, but I don't care. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a great showing and I'm absolutely thrilled to bits and was not expecting to see this so early in the season. So we are moving now. The season is well underway and that is fantastic. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to find a few more surprises in time for next Friday's episode. See you at 6 o'clock next Friday.